Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Viking Arms. It's been quite a while since we were here, but hopefully we've quite a few people joining us this evening. I know we've left it a few weeks. You're all, of course, very, very welcome. The Cliffs are first through the door. It's ready to get to the bar. So we've gone through such a dry spell. I'm expecting this wave of people to be coming in. So well done to the Cliffs for being first through. Do let us know who's joining us this evening. I'm hoping that we get lots of familiar names joining us. And please just try and hold back the tears. This might be the last one for a little while. Yeah, just go steady on yourselves. I have to say a special hello as well to no particular reason for this, only because I spoke to them today. The Rapplemoors and the Passmores, if you're out there, I know you've been loyal customers, like loads of you have been since the very start. So I hope you're enjoying your evening. But as I read through the names here, we've got lots of regulars. The Browns, he's a bit irregular to be fair. The Greens, the Ashes, the Bonans are here. The Slovikovskis are here, or as they're now known, the Slovquizovskis. There's me thinking I was getting quite good at just rolling Slovikovsky off the tongue, but now you've thrown that one at me. The Bikers are here. Luke, I hope you've managed to get a bit of rest after a busy week of rowing. The Baxters are here. The Mullet Gang are back. The Ashes are back. The Mays are here. The Houghtons are here. The McPhees are here.
The McPhees.
God, everyone's turned up. It's like, you've needed this. And after this week, I didn't. It's been a very long week, as any teachers on this might be able to attest. It's been a long week at school. The Youngs are here. The Scotchbrooks are here. And of course, with me, as always, is my lovely wife, Tam. And she will be moderating, checking my behaviour, as well as moderating your comments, because with such a long period of lockdown done, I'm sure we might get a bit loose on the comments, but behave yourselves. I'll go through the rules in a minute, but I'm sure you know what I mean. The Rapples are here. The Rapples, you've got down to, this is Liz Rapple. So this is Mrs. Rapplemore's mum down in Dartmouth. I thought, God, how did Louise get down there so quickly? The Kennys are back. Hello to you as well. So whilst people are dragging themselves, to the back of the queue now, well done to all of you who are first up. Oh, the Brentons are here as well. Brilliant. Nice to have you, David and Joan. So yeah, we've just been, what have we been up to? Where's the time gone? I mean, it only seems like yesterday that we kind of went into lockdown, and then lockdown became speech day. And then we've had, I don't know, what's it been, 10 weeks of summer holidays? It's been crazy. What have we been doing? Well, as I say, this week's been really busy. All the teachers have been back. So I hope this offers a little bit of respite for the teachers and the people who've been working at Shiplake this week. Last week, we were busy as well with a netball camp, superb netball camp. Run by Tam and the ladies. So I hope that as we come to the end of all this fun and games, and we start looking forward to school next week, I think was that? Oh yeah, sorry. Just as I'm in full flow, I get prompted.
But you should be good at this now. I point at things, you just pick them up. You don't have to stop what you're saying.
It's been weeks. I'm out of practice. I'm tired.
Sorry.
So for one night only, there's no mention of the C word.
Chocolate.
COVID.
Oh. Okay.
I'm sick and tired of the word COVID, and can we not mention the word sanitizing either? Because I've had 5 days of it. So those two words are out of bounds from the comments. The Houghtons are shouting out to the Houghton parents who are joining the Houghtons. Louise Rapplemore is here with her sister and her brother-in-law. And the Fishers are here. Fantastic. The Pink Hippo Leo is, it's high. Oh, good point. The
Pink Hippo is here, Leo. Fret not.
There you go. Don't worry. I'll put it. There you go. That'll make you happy. And Ed Humphreys asks, can he keep his mullet for next week?
I'm not a teacher, Ed, but I'm saying stylistically it's a no.
It's only just on the collar. I know we've got Mr. Brown here, so he might have to take a judgment on that. And if not tonight, I'm sure he will do by Wednesday morning.
Ed, to be fair, even your mates are weighing in and saying it's a no on the mullet. So I'd say take the hint.
Right, where am I up to in all of this? Okay, so all of the questions tonight, there's no guest round. All the questions have come from us because it's the final quiz potentially for a little while, because we need to start thinking about proper teaching and getting back to normal life, or the new normal. So we thought we'd go out on a high, not to say that your rounds haven't been good, but we're just going to see if we can do a bit better.
Let's not big it up. Let's not pretend that.
I'm sure some of your favourite types of rounds are coming back. And as I say, we won't be back for a while unless we go back into lockdown. So
don't speak of that.
Yeah.
No.
Shout outs, special shout outs this evening, basically go to all of you, because as I look down the whole list of names, you've all been with us since the very start of this, back in, was it March or April? I can't remember when the first one was that we did this. So thank you for being our regulars and joining us in the Viking Arms for all the time that we've been doing this. Right, the rules, in case you didn't know. There are 4 rounds of 11 questions, where the 11th question is a chance for you to have a chat, make a list, and also let me know how you're getting on. I'll ask you some other questions whilst you're thinking of your 10 answers. Answers at the end will be a total out of 80. The good news is that Dr. Drosario can't get his YouTube comments to work properly, so he won't be able to cheat like he normally does. So he will have to declare his score to me, and I'll make it up for him. Obviously, don't put your answers in the comments box. I will read each question twice. Try not to cheat. Enjoy yourselves. Talk to us via the comments box, but keep it clean, because it's a family show. And the cultists have joined us as well. Wilson has already demands to see Wilson.
I don't know who
I've got a dog by my feet. No, he's massive.
He is massive.
Wilson.
We'll get him.
Well, before we start the quiz, should we tell them what happened to Wilson this week? Wilson's had a bit of an experience this week. He's not the man he was, shall we say? Yeah. Poor little fella.
You wouldn't know. He's still insane.
No, he's got very big, and he's very annoying, and he's very insane. So yeah, I'm sure he will make an appearance later. So for the Houghtons and for Leo, don't worry, Wilson's on his way.
We will try and find him. Okay,
it is 8:05. So we're going to start with round number 1, and that is, as always, general knowledge. So here we go. Question number 1: what number is represented by the Roman numerals LXXI? What number is represented by the Roman numerals LXXI? Nice, easy maths one to get us going.
Is it maths?
Yeah, we teach it in maths. We're used to primary school maths, I think. The Passmores say hi, and hi everyone from the Passmores and the Blackwells, and Curry here too. Dave Curry?
No, because Mrs. Coulter said she was having curry.
Oh, sorry. Keep up, Mr. Sell. Question number 2. Brussels sprouts belong to which group of plants? Brussels sprouts belong to which group of plants? And we're at that time of year when we're about to start the autumn term, and naturally thoughts must turn to the next big holiday, which is Christmas. So that's why that question is in there.
Oh my gosh.
Question number 3. In athletics, are races run clockwise or anti-clockwise? In athletics, are races run clockwise or anti-clockwise? And you can tell, getting back into school mode. No, that's not gin, before anyone makes a funny comment. Back on the water. Get ready for the next week. Question number 4. The Charleston dance first became popular in which decade? The Charleston dance first became popular in which decade? I think we've inadvertently sort of geared these questions towards sort of autumn, winter things. Christmas, Charleston dance, Strictly.
Strictly.
Yeah. Question number 5. Which SI unit has the symbol HZ? Which SI unit has the symbol HZ? Question number 6. What does a viticulturist grow? What does a viticulturist grow?
Not Brussels sprouts.
No. It's all gone very quiet on the comments as well. These questions are testing people tonight.
We're back in concentration mode.
Yeah.
You know, we've had a little break from the quiz. It's like when you used to go back to school and it felt really funny writing again. Perhaps we're having the same thing.
Yeah, true. It's the same for teachers. Trying to work out how to write on a board after you've had 10 weeks off is it throws you for a few minutes. And the Cordells are here. Welcome to the Cordells. You haven't missed much if you've just joined us. Question number 7. Carpo and Elara are moons of which planet? Carpo and Elara are moons of which planet? And I think at the end of this round, this is a going out to Mrs. Green. I want an honest appraisal of how you think you've got on in this round, Mrs. Green, because you hide your light every time we do a quiz. So I want to know how you think you've got on in general knowledge. Question number 8. Who is currently the 5th in line to the British throne? Who is currently the 5th in line to the British throne? There's time everyone goes.
There's always a royal family question in there. We love a royal family.
We do love
question.
a good royal family question, don't we? They're very useful. Question number 9. What condition is known in French as the mal de mer?
I see what you did there with a little R at the end.
Okay, I've spent a little time out there. What condition is known in French as the mal de mer?
You did it again.
Thank you. And question 10. This one going out to the Mullet Gang. Hobart is the capital of which Australian state? Hobart is the capital of which Australian state? Okay. And for question 11, hope you enjoy this one. What I want you to do for question 11 is there are 10 countries in the world that are that are spelt using only 4 letters. I want you to name them. Have I got that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, my bad. There's actually 11 countries in the world that are spelt with 4 letters. You only need to name 10 of them.
Can I just say this is not boding well for maths lessons next week?
It's because it's just dropped onto the next page.
Right. Okay. But counting to 11.
Yeah. So all right. long week. Can you name 10 countries that are spelt using 4 letters only? And whilst you are doing that, if anyone's who was in charge of the keyboard and hasn't got a clue, give us your holiday boasts. So, we're coming to the end of the summer holidays now. We've got to get back into work mode. But before we have to worry about that, anyone been anywhere particularly nice? Now, I've noticed that Mr. Beasley's not checked in, so Slough might not appear this evening. But can anyone... There we go. I'll start with that. Can anyone beat Slough as a holiday destination for the summer? The bikers, I know full well, have been living it up out in Zug in Switzerland, which looked absolutely amazing. That's pretty good going. Maybe can one draw level with that? Or
well, I went to Swindon today.
The magical place. What is this Swindon like? Sounds beautiful.
You had to go around a lot of roundabouts. So much fun.
Wonderful. 4 letters overall. Okay. No, they're just spelt with 4 letters overall. Yeah, they're 4-letter names. The Bananas say, ha ha ha, no more school, so we are off on holidays next week. They're off to Cornwall. Lucky you. Yeah. Tell us less. So, by the looks of it, no one can beat Swindon. Peter Ash says you've got to be careful about Swindon.
I was very careful. I was so careful. I was very careful.
And who did you meet in Swindon today?
I shouldn't say.
No, but you're going to.
No, I'm not.
No, go on.
No.
All right. Just a cabinet secretary, wasn't it?
It was the Justice Secretary.
The Justice Secretary, yeah. She's having these highbrow meetings. The Kennys, you're still in Jersey. Ed Humphries, getting faster than you on the bike. That was your holiday destination? Just beating me on a bike all the time. The Scotchbrooks went to Plymouth to get the new puppy.
A new puppy?
What sort of puppy did you get? Let us know.
Yeah.
I say that as if
but that's not going to work.
I say that as if I'm like talk back. Oh no, just we'll type it.
I thought it was Zoom. I was going to say show us the puppy. That's not going to work.
The Passmores have stayed in Oxfordshire. Well, why would you want to leave? Costerdale, Oxfordshire. Dexter is an 11-week-old Great Dane. So the Scotchbrooks, you definitely need to talk to the Humphreys, or the Mullet gang, the Humphreys, because they've got a Scottish Deerhound, which is also a monster dog, Gordo. So you can swap tips. The Cordells, any clues on question 1 to 6? Oh my God.
Their general knowledge.
Oh, right. But whilst I'm procrastinating, I'll just whiz through. I'll give you 1 to 6 very quickly. Number 1 was, what number is represented by the Roman numerals LXXI? Number 2, Brussels sprouts belong to which group of plants? Question 3, in athletics, races run clockwise or anti-clockwise? Number 4, the Charleston dance became popular in which decade? Question 5, which SI unit has the symbol HZ? And question 6, what does a viticulturist grow? That's all you're getting.
You're so mean.
Back into teacher mode.
Yeah, Stan.
Okay, let's move on. Round 2. So round 2, we've called it planes, trains, and automobiles. So a bit of something for everyone here. Question number 1. The airport in Salzburg is named after which composer?
Is it something for everyone? That's quite niche.
Louise Rappelmore.
She'll know.
Right?
Yes.
The airport in Salzburg is named after which composer? It's all right, Karen. I get it. You don't have to keep thanking me. It's all right. Thank you.
He secretly
loves it. Are you copying and pasting that or what? Question number 2. Which carrier is known as the Royal Dutch Airline? Which carrier is known as the Royal Dutch Airline? Question 3. In which county would you find London Luton Airport? In which county will you find London Luton Airport? We've gone back, people scratching their heads because the comments have gone quiet again. And Mrs. Green, I haven't forgotten.
Yeah, Mrs. Green was very quiet there, we noticed.
Yeah, come on. How did you think you got on in general knowledge? As expected? Below expectation? Above expectation? Exceeding. Question number 4. What is the name of Nissan's electric car, which was rated the World Car of the Year in 2011? What is the name of Nissan's electric car, which was rated World Car of the Year in 2011?
2011 seems a really long time ago.
It was. It was 9 years. I know. I'm getting old.
Got old.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm getting...
I'm there already.
Where am I up to? Question 5. The Caledonian sleeper train departs from which London station? The Caledonian sleeper train departs from which London station? And question 6. So Mrs. Green says it's been a busy week and she's quite sleep deprived. So I'm guessing that was below expectation then for general knowledge.
She says that now. It'll be fine.
Question number 6. Which comedian starred alongside Steve Martin in Planes, Trains and Automobiles? Which comedian starred alongside Steve Martin in Planes, Trains and Automobiles? If there's any kids watching, ask your parents. I think, sadly.
It's a classic.
It is a classic. What was the famous line in that film? About 2 pillows?
I've literally no idea.
I won't go into it. Right, question 7. Which country has the most railway track in the world? Which country has the most railway track in the world? Question number 8. The Boeing 787 is better known as what? Yeah, see, Karen Cordell, she knows. I can't remember the whole thing, but it's very close to all of that. Yeah, the Boeing 787 is better known as what? Question 9. Name the famous train which features in a 2017 movie with Kenneth Branagh.
Who?
Long week, tired.
Right.
Name the famous train which features in a 2017 movie with Kenneth Branagh. Where's the boy?
He's not here.
Is he run off?
Probably.
Rude. And question 10. With which Scandinavian country is the Volvo associated? With which Scandinavian country is the Volvo associated? Right. Now, for question 11, we're going to go to your favourite. It's the shaky picture round, and we've kept it. Yeah, we're not going high tech. We're just doing the same as what we always do. We're not that imaginative. Sophie would like to see Wilson, please.
I'll go and try and find him.
Is he not under there? He was here a second ago.
Oh, I don't know.
He will turn up. We'll go and get him. He's massive. Right. So it's the picture round. I'm going to show you 10 pictures, and because it's planes, trains, and automobiles, this is based on the highway code. So I'm going to show you a road sign, and you've just got to tell us what it means. So this isn't just for the adults, kids. That the
Take
day
a guess.
the day is coming that you should be able to know this, and this should be quite obvious. So here we go. Here's the first one of the highway code picture round. What is that sign?
Yes. Small dagger in the road. No? Okay.
No clues. Okay, so that's number 1 on that one. Should we call it 1, or we'll call it part A? Okay, part B. What is that one? Do you know what, kids? If you're playing along, just have a guess, and I'm sure your parents can tell you if you're right or wrong. So, what is that one?
Donut.
Would you call me? Okay, so that's part B. Part C. Oh, gets a bit tricky, but kind of maybe appropriate for the weather.
It's quite dramatic, that one, isn't
it?
It's like a bad episode of Coronation Street.
So you can see, look, that's 3 pictures in, and I'm already getting a little bit, bit shaky.
Shaky hand.
Might take a rest in a minute. Okay, and part D. Don't. What? There?
The angling. Yes.
Oh, that better?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're breaking out into a sweat.
Honestly, and you might be laughing, and there might be so I can imagine some of the J16 rowers out there probably watching going, oh my God, he can't even hold a phone up. This will be a test next week.
So you're not doing ergs?
No,
you're doing
who can hold the phone up the longest.
Excellent.
Peter Ash, yeah, you beat her to it. Right, part E. Okay, this is the 5th one. I have to swap arms now. Oh, wow. What is that one?
Henley, behind the crane that got stuck on Bell Street today.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Keeping it topical.
I know.
Okay, so that's part E.
That's actually Swindon at a
Part
roundabout.
F.
Oh.
What does that one mean? And I want the actual terminology that's used in the highway code. That's what's written on the card here. And as Mr. Milburn would say, it's what's on the card that counts. Look at me, I can't. What's wrong with me? You're quite right, Mr. Scotchbrook. He's been very rude. Where am I up to? Part G. Oops.
This is when.
There you go. G. What's that one? G.
Oh, yes.
This is simple, isn't it? This is easy stuff. Okay, and Part H. What's that one? Is that better? There you go. I think.
Regulars might also know to have a new phone cover. It's not pink anymore.
And next one. This is part I. Tricky one. And the last one is part J. What's that one? I think that's clear enough. And that's that. Oh my god!
You. That's very, very good.
I hate the picture rounds.
Why did we put a picture round in then?
Well, because I think the general feedback is people like it, but you know, after having reconstructive surgery on my shoulder, that really hurts.
Reconstructive surgery wasn't because of a picture round. Let's just make that clear.
No.
Right.
Round 3. Dr. Rosario says, well done. Thank you very much, Rob. Right, round 3. This is all about sporting phrases. So question number 1 in our sporting phrases round. A player who is dismissed or subbed from a match is said to be taking an early what? A player who is dismissed or subbed from a match is said to be taking an early what? Okay.
No, he's there.
Where?
He's right there.
What do you mean he's right there?
He's outside the door.
Okay. Question 2. The term first past the post is taken from which sport? The term first past the post is taken from which sport? Is he ready for his special appearance? These guys won't recognise him. He's enormous. Question 3. In which winter sport do participants perform a step sequence? In which winter sport do participants perform a step sequence? Come on. We're normally saving for the end of a round.
The weight of him.
Look, that. Now, for the regulars, back in April, he fitted in one hand, and there he is now. And he's less the man he was compared to a few days ago, but
much
he's doing all right. And also, we took the wise decision to have all his claws clipped as well. So we've got a few less wounds. There he is.
He's quite cross these days.
Leo, you happy with that? Is that good enough? Sophie, happy? There he is. Look, huge. Look, you go in there. There you go. Absolutely enormous, big cat. Right. Anyway, that's. I'm spoiling you, obviously. Where am I up to? Question 4. Right. So question 4. King of the Mountains is a title used in which sport? King of the Mountains is a title. What? King of the Mountains is a title used in which sport? So I'm being put off because the cat's just doing something horrible behind me. Question number 5. What boxing term is used to describe someone who is close to being defeated? So what boxing term is used to describe someone who is being defeated? So what sporting phrase would be used to describe that? Dr. Rosario is just messaging me saying, Ed Humphries, get your hair cut before the first lesson. There you go. That's his humble opinion.
That seems quite unequivocal, doesn't it? There's no sort of room for manoeuvre in that one.
Although Dr. Rosario is also spotting a very nice Welsh wizard beard.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we'll see if he keeps that next week as well. Question 5. No, not question 5. Question 6. In which sport might you catch a crab? In which sport might you catch a crab? Just one. Which sport might you catch a crab? Question 7. What are you said to have moved when you redefine a task? What are you said to have moved when you redefine a task? Question number 8. In which sport do men perform the Iron Cross and the Maltese Cross? In which sport do men perform the Iron Cross and the Maltese Cross?
Sorry. Oh, I've been to Swindon.
How unprofessional. Oh my God. Question number 9. On guard is a phrase used in which sport? On guard is a phrase used in which sport? Thank you very much, Mr. Brenton. Do let us know how you're getting on. Are you enjoying the fact that you're not going back to school next week, Mr. Brenton? How's retirement going? Now's your time to catch up. Scotch book say bless you.
I said thank you.
Thank you. And question 10. In which indoor sport would you score a bed and breakfast? In which indoor sport would you score a bed and breakfast?
I don't even know.
I really like the sport. Actually, I have to admit, I hadn't heard that either, but I don't think. Anyway, question 11. So for question 11, what I'd like you to do is, can you name 10 London-based football clubs who competed in the Premier League or the English Football League for the 20? I can't believe I just did that. Is it the English Football League?
You did out yourself as someone who doesn't know anything about football.
If it's not on the river, I don't care really. No. So, name 10 London-based football clubs who competed in the Premier League or the EFL, the English Football League, for the 2019-2020 season. So there's quite a few to choose from. But can you name 10 of the London-based football clubs who competed in the Premier League or the EFL for the 2019-20 season? So whilst you're thinking of that, some of you won't have a clue, so please feel free to talk to us. If you are back to school next week, or perhaps if you're sending your kids back to school next week, what are you looking forward to the most? I think, what am I looking forward to the most? Seeing everyone back, seeing all the smiley faces and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it'll be lovely. That'll be great. No, it's been great this week because we've had a load of the rowers back this week, and they came back last week as well. So it's great to see all them.
I'm looking forward to seeing the netballers on Thursday.
Yeah,
whoop.
Getting my maths classes back, that'll be good. Don't know, it all sounds a bit cliche, doesn't it? But yeah, no, actually, that'll be quite good. Get back to some sort of normality, following one-way systems and, well, I was about to say the S word there, but I'm not going to. It's banned for tonight. So what are you most looking forward to about next week? So if you're going back to school as one of the kids, what are you looking forward to? For parents, be honest, what are you most looking forward to about next week?
It's been a long time coming.
Do let us know in the comments box.
And guys who aren't coming back to school next week, Patrick Kenny, Resash, does it feel weird not coming back to school?
Are you looking forward to going off to university? What are you looking forward to? But clearly, everyone is so engrossed in trying to think of 10 London-based football clubs.
Good answer, Trixie.
There's someone who wants an 18 place.
Trixie is amazing.
What have we got there? Friday night Tesco from the Houghtons, from Tom. David Brenton says it takes a while to get used to it. That's going back to not going back to school next week. Ed's looking forward to more rowing. Yeah, we've got quite a bit of rowing going on this term, which I'm really pleased about because obviously I love the rowing. More opportunities to do rowing because sports, it's a lot more. There's a lot more on offer this term, just to sort of take account for everyone's interests. Miss Dr. Rosario says, I'm looking forward to writing lots on the board. We got to have a hobby.
Just is that in lessons or is that just sort of at weekends? He's just going to
Just
be in his
outdoors.
classroom
Yeah.
writing. I hope I had to do the hand signal for
I know,
writing.
they can't see you.
No, I know.
So, and I like the fact actually the Houghtons have been quite honest. What are you looking forward to most about going back to school? Tesco.
Aim big.
Oh dear. Right. Well, yeah. I'm glad we got some honest answers there.
I think Trixie's is the best answer. Netball on a Thursday. Yes.
Do you want to tell them about your netball camp?
Netball camp was amazing.
So we had the netball camp last week. Netball camp was it was incredible.
It was incredible because
Yeah.
we weren't even allowed to pass a netball.
Yeah, and Ellen Hodson, who's now on Old Viking, but she was captain of netball last year. She worked on the camp as well.
She did, and we had an England international come for an afternoon to be with us, and she was amazing.
Was really good, really inspirational. It was brilliant.
What was your nickname?
Oh, here we go. So we had this netball camp last week, and it was really hot. I don't know if you remember. It was so hot.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
Was it?
Yeah, because we were away last week.
Oh yeah, 2 weeks ago. Sorry, it was really, really hot in the 30 degrees. So in order to try and keep everyone cool, I was dishing out boxes of Calippos every afternoon. So I just had this queue of kids lining up saying, "Thank you, Calippo Keith." That became my nickname for the.
Mrs. Young knows. Don't let him forget it, Mrs. Young. He is.
That was my nickname Keith for the week. Thank you, Calippo Keith. Thank you for Calippo.
You actually got a mention on the feedback form. What did people enjoy?
What was your most favourite thing?
Calippo Keith.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the craziness of the summer holidays. Back to just being Mr. Settle now. Right, and round 4, speaking of getting back to normal, round 4 we've called Back to School. So this is all about back to school.
See what we did there.
Okay, question number 1. Which Scottish school did Prince Charles attend? Which Scottish school did Prince Charles attend? Another royal question.
You see, we love them. There should be some kind of
it's just so much royal trivia,
family
isn't it?
quiz
Easy. Question number 2. Which teacher left school to go walking on the moon? Which teacher left school to go walking on the moon?
You've got to be of an age to get that one, haven't you, really?
Yeah, I'll take either of his names.
Ooh.
Well, either his real name or his stage name.
That's very good of you.
Question number 3. Pupils at which school told us to just say no?
Again, of an age.
Oh, no. Do they not make that anymore? No, they don't, do they?
I don't think so.
Pupils at which school told us to just say no? Question number 4. School's Out is a song by which artist? School's Out is a song by which artist?
We should have asked that question on the speech day one.
Yeah, true.
Not like just before we're going back to school.
I think he pronounced it slightly differently to me as well.
I think
it wasn't
did.
School's Out. It's a song by which
Let's
artist?
not get back into you reading out song lyrics.
Yeah, right.
Let's not do that.
Question number 5. Comedian Ramesh Ranganathan was a teacher, but what subject did he teach? The comedian Ramesh Ranganathan was a teacher, but what subject did he teach? Question number 6. Which literary character famously taught at Brookfield School? Which literary character famously taught at Brookfield School? Mrs. Young said he taught your cousin. Oh. So hopefully you got that one right. Did I do question 6? Yeah, I did. Yeah. Which literary character famously taught at Brookfield School? Question number 7. Tom Brown's School Days was set in which real-life school? Tom Brown's School Days was set in which real-life school? And question 8. In which country does John Spud Milton attend boarding school?
I think that one's really difficult.
Well, it is if you haven't read the book, I
Well,
suppose. But
I haven't. So.
in which country does John Spud Milton attend boarding school? In question 9, Danny, Sandy, Betty, and Kaniki all attended which American high school? I feel that we've milked that movie for quite a few questions in all these quizzes as well.
Yeah.
We know our audience. We know you're all going to get that. Danny, Sandy, Betty, and Kaniki all attended which American high school? I don't want the name of the movie. What's the name of the high school? And question 10. Who got more A stars this year in A levels? Was it the boys or was it the girls?
And that's not a shipmate. That's right across the
Across the UK. Yeah.
Well, England.
England. All right. Sorry. Across England. Who got more A stars this year in their A levels? Was it the boys or was it the girls? Okay. And that's taken across all of England. And for question 11, the final question of the quiz, can you name the 10 most popular A levels taken in 2020?
It was the most number of people taking them, not like the ones that people liked.
Well, I was going to say taken. They didn't take them, did they? So
entered for.
Okay. So what are the 10 most popular A-level choices for 2020? What subjects had the most entries, at least, in 2020? Okay, so the 10 most popular A-level choices for this year. And whilst you're doing that, the last thing, if anyone wants to contribute on the comments here, as I say, we did kick this off back in April. Quite a few of you have been with us since the very start. Anyone got any particular highlights of the quiz? How are you going to remember these quizzes? Because I was talking to Dr. Tresario. Hope you don't mind me mentioning it again, Dr. Rob. I was talking to Dr. Tresario earlier, and he said, I really enjoyed your quizzes. Although being called out about proposing to my girlfriend on her birthday, that was a bit awkward. So I hope I'm not making it awkward again for you, but, come on. So any moments that have really shone out for you? Another one, Mr. Beasley, who unfortunately doesn't look like he's here, but, his fascination with Slough. So, that's always been a highlight for us. And obviously finding out about what everyone's eating and how everyone is treating themselves on a Friday night. We've really enjoyed that. So have there been any particular things that have cheered you up that other people might remember as well?
The love for Wilson and the pink hippo.
Yeah, the amount of Wilson's become a star in his own right. He's gone to his head.
I think that's why he's got a bit bolshy.
Yeah, he's quite the spoiled little kitty cat, isn't he? Yeah, do let us know. Just to sort of remind everybody if you've enjoyed it, if you've had fun. Ed says he's enjoyed seeing Wilson. Mrs. Young says she really wants question 8 again, so I'll give that to you. In which country does John Spud Milton attend boarding school? Leo says that Wilson actually needs his own social media account.
Why are you looking at me?
You love that sort of thing. Cats of Instagram.
For you, Scotch Bricks.
I liked when you were doing this was ages ago now, but you were toying with colouring your nails. You don't do it anymore, but so rather than doing that, you'd get look at what I've done.
I don't do that now.
Don't do that now. Haven't got the time.
No.
Back to school.
I like my hands, got to mention. That's excellent news.
Dr. Tresario, I can't read that out, Dr. Tresario. That's too schmaltzy. Come on, give me a break. The Cordell, Dr. Rob, you get another mention here.
Look at your phone.
I'm talking. I'm looking at my phone, thinking, well, you're right. You're there. Dr. Tresario is scoring 81 every week.
I mean, it's very consistent.
He's very, I don't know how he does it.
He just types 81 in the comment box. That's how he does
it. Yeah. Right, I'll give you another minute or two. So the 10 most popular A-level choices for 2020. These are quite good, actually. Even when he turns up late. Yeah, it's quite right. It's quite a thing. And the Ashes want question 5. I'm in a good mood. Fine. Question 5 was, what subject did Ramesh Ranganathan teach when he was a teacher? Okay, right. So before I go through the answers, all that's left for me to say really is, obviously, thank you so much for joining us again this evening. And as always, we hope you felt at home in the Viking arms. And thank you for being with us for all this time. I know we didn't quite get as far as doing the Viking arms live, but who knows, that might happen in the future at some point, I hope, once if things can relax a little bit more. So that is definitely still on the cards. And it's been quite a journey over the last 6 months, but I hope that basically as school comes back next week, we can actually start saying hello in real life and not just via a comments box. It's been really weird this week with saying actual, people who normally just flicker up on this screen here, seeing them. I actually saw and spoke to Dr. Rosario today. I haven't done it for months.
Did he just tell you his score?
No, he told me off for stitching him up.
Yeah.
So yeah, there we go. So thank you very much, as I say, for joining with us. It has been an absolute blast, as Mrs. Banan says. And well, I'm not going to miss you because I'll see you all the time anyway, probably. But Shiplake will miss you. So before you all start crying, here we go. Here are the answers. Back to question round 1, general knowledge. What number is represented by the Roman numerals LXXY? That is 71. Brussels sprouts belong to the cabbage group of plants, the cabbages. In athletics, races are run anti-clockwise. The Charleston was became popular in the 1920s. Question 5, HZ is Hertz. Passmore says brassica. I don't think it is a brassica. Google it by all means, but I'm going with cabbages. Question 6. A viticulturist grows grapevines. Carpo and Elara are the moons of Jupiter. Question 8. The 5th in line to the British throne is Prince Louis. I think it's brassica too. You might well do.
Well, I'm saying they can have it because, Mrs. Passmore, Mrs. Coulthus think it.
But they might be wrong. You wrote the question. I mean,
well, I didn't actually write the question. I read the question from a question quiz book.
Oh, it all comes out now. Will someone Google it, please? We're very busy trying to go through the answers. If someone would like to Google it and just confirm, is it a brassica or a cabbage? Where am I up to? Question 8. 5th in line to the British throne is Prince Louis. The mal de mer is seasickness. And question 10, Hobart is the capital of Tasmania.
I feel I just have to say, it feels like there's a bit of a coup going on in the comment box about brassicas.
Oh my God. Look, for the first time ever in this quiz, all right, fine, you might be right with brassica, but will someone just Google it and find out?
No, I feel we have to give in.
All right, I'll come back to it in a sec. Right, the 10 countries. Look, I'm going to go through this. You're just going to miss the answers. I have to do it all again. People are going to say, I didn't get the answer to question 8 or whatever. The Cliffs have said they Googled it. It's a brassica. Fine. You've got have the point. It's a brassica. Question 11.
Everyone's still.
This is basically like, this is the typical maths lesson. Yes, all right, fine. You have the mark. Give yourself a tick. Right, question 11. 10 countries spelt using 4 letters only. There are 11 countries to choose from. You could have Chad, Cuba, Fiji, Iran, Iraq, Laos, Mali, Niue.
I don't even know that country.
Which is, I think, a South Pacific island.
Okay.
Oman, Peru, and Togo. Is someone getting tired? No!
He's absolutely
I'm absolutely fine. Chad, Cuba, Fiji, Iran, Iraq, Laos, Mali, Niue, Oman, Peru, and Togo. Error?
Mrs. Passmore, she's on it for the extra points.
No, it's not. Because Era is the Irish word for Ireland, whereas we call it Ireland.
Oh,
That is it.
Even the Scotch books are starting
the
now.
foot has gone down. No, you're not having era. It's what I've given in on Brassica. You can have a Brassica. You're not having era. Right. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Moving on. The Salzburg, the airport is named after Mozart. The Royal Dutch Airline for question 2 is KLM. London Luton Airport is in Bedfordshire. Nissan's electric car is called the Leaf. Question 5, the Caledonian Sleeper departs from Euston. Who starred alongside Steve Martin in Planes, Trains and Automobiles was John Candy. Which country has the most railway track in the world? That's the USA. The 787 is better known as the Dreamliner. Question number 9. The 2017 movie with Kenneth Branagh is The Orient Express. And with which Scandinavian country is the Volvo associated? That is Sweden. And in the picture round, so in order it went, so part A was crossroads, part B was roundabout, part C was a quayside or riverbank, D is an uneven road, E is traffic queues likely ahead. You can have queuing traffic, you know. I'll go easy on that one. I'm calming down. It's all right. Part F is no entry. G was the national speed limit. H is a route for buses and cycles only.
It's given away by the word only underneath.
I is a clearway or no stopping. And J is for national trust. Okay. And David Brenton, the end of an era. Oh, I miss your sense of humour. Sporting phrases. A player who is dismissed or subbed from a match is said to be taking an early bath. The term first past the post is taken from horse racing. A step sequence is in figure skating. King of the Mountains is a title used in cycling. If you're close to being defeated in boxing, you are on the ropes. In which sport will you catch a crab? It's rowing. What are you said to have moved when you redefine a task? That is the goalposts. In which sport do men perform the Iron Cross and the Maltese Cross? That's gymnastics. On guard is used in fencing. In which sport would you score a bed and breakfast? That's darts. And the 10 London-based football clubs.
Just before we give the list of this, neither you nor I know much about football. If anybody takes issue
it's what's on the card. The answer's on the card.
We're not the people to speak to.
So this is Arsenal, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Tottenham Hotspur, West Ham, Brentford, Charlton Athletic, Fulham, Millwall, Queen's Park Rangers, AFC Wimbledon, Leyton Orient.
That sounded like you were doing some kind of audition for the
Leyton
final
Orient,
score guy.
Nil.
Yeah.
Back to school. So the final round. Which Scottish school did Prince Charles attend? He attended Gordonstoun. Which teacher left school to go walking on the moon? Is Sting. But I think you can also, his real name was Gordon Sumner, or is Gordon Sumner. Coltest wants those again. Oh, come on.
Good. Finish this round.
All right. Look, I tell you what, if you've just named 10 clubs, Samantha, just give yourself 10 points. Come on. It's nearly 9 o'clock.
You've been a regular.
Pupils at which school told us to just say no? That's Grange Hill. School's Out is a song by Alice Cooper. Ramesh Ranganathan taught maths. The character who famously taught at Brookfield School is Mr. Chipping. Well, I'll take Mr. Chips. John Brown's school days was set in Rugby School. John Spud Milton, his boarding school was in South Africa. Danny, Sandy, Betty and Kaniki all attended Rydell High. And who got more A stars? It was the boys, because they got 9.2% of all of A stars, and the girls were 8.7% A stars. The 10 most popular A-level choices for 2020 were, and this is in order, I think. So maths, the most popular, psychology, biology, chemistry, history, art, English literature, sociology, physics, and business studies. Okay, hope there's no great surprises there. Well, actually, where's languages gone?
There was something about that, wasn't it? That they have massively dropped away.
Terrible. Right. Anyway, so them's were the answers. Go on then, Samantha Coltest. It was Arsenal, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Tottenham Hotspur, West Ham, Brentford, Charlton Athletic, Fulham, Millwall, Queen's Park Rangers, AFC Wimbledon, and Leyton Orient. So quickly, tot up your scores. We'll have marks out of 80. And whilst I am calling last orders for potentially the last time in the Viking Arms, thanks once again for being with us and being such loyal regulars and being with us. You know, we really massively appreciate it. It's been great to have you. And hopefully you all have a brilliant bank holiday weekend. And don't forget, kids, haircuts for next week, polished shoes, get yourselves ready, and let's see where we're at with the scores. So the Humphresses are first off the blocks, who are on 40, the Cliffs on 67. No, I don't want your moderated scores. No, you will just centre assessed grades, please. 59 for the Young, 63. So the Cliffs are leading it on 67 at the moment. The McPhees are very noble 64. I think that must be a record for them. And the Cordells leading now on 71. The Slovquizovskis are on 68, 61 from the Scotchbrooks, 60 from Bernan. So decent scores coming out this week. A personal best of 66 for the Ashes, 61 for Team Coltest, 65 for the Brentons. He'll be kicking himself at that. 61 for the Colteses, 59 for the Mays. 48 for the Fishers, 66 for Kudos. Kudos. Mrs. Rapplemore says you missed us. Who's Kudos? The Houghtons on 70. The Passmores on 70 as well. So 71 is still leading the way. I can't remember who got the 71. All right, Cordells. On 71. However, you have all been pipped to the post by the Dr. Drosario, who has just messaged me to say that he scored 83. Isn't he brilliant?
My goodness.
Isn't he marvellous?
What a star.
Well done, Dr. Drosario. And the Bikers through on 59. Okay, it's been a pleasure. Look after yourselves. We'll see a lot of you next week, and who knows when the Viking Arms live quiz will be with us. So yeah, we'll stay tuned for that, I guess. That's it. Okay. The bell has rung at the Viking Arms. The shutters are coming down, and it's time for you all to go to your homes. And yeah, everybody else.
We'll miss you.
See you later.